Dang it, Grandpa! Grandpa, what'd I tell you about getting into things? Oh, hi guys, welcome back. I'm a complete idiot, I know. Either way, guys, you smash like 30k likes, we're on the next class trial. We have all kinds of Judge Judy action going on in this episode, so I hope you guys are ready, because these class trials are no picnic. I will say that YouTube demonetized my last episode of Danganronpa, so editing in this one's gonna be a little tricky. I'm probably gonna have to cut a lot of stuff out about what happened. You already know what happened. That's why I'm not gonna say anything, but in order to keep this video monetized, I'm gonna have to cut some parts out, or well, Gonzi will. So thank you, Gonzi. I'm sorry it has to be that way, but you know, I don't know, YouTube they just pick and choose what they want to demonetize, I guess. I don't know. So I'm sorry, blame YouTube. All right, here it goes, baby. Oh, I'm excited. We're about to lose someone else. And the game's just gonna get a little bit smaller. Trial all rise!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I wonder how it works.
Trial, you will present your argument
I just gotta hear
for
it.
who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Who does it?
If you vote correctly, then only the black.
How many times have we heard that?
Punishment.
Yeah.
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation?
Thank you. I didn't care.
With it already.
All
I don't
right.
mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
What do you mean you were asleep?
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
That's all he ever does.
Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Oh, oh, duh. They had the freaking disease, obviously.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Bird.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
That's the most profound thing I've ever heard. I love that. Actually, that was probably the most profound thing that I've heard in a long time. No joke. That was good.
Anyway,
I want my head to be empty
too.
too.
Proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and
Ah,
motel
yes.
team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam,
Sorry.
Kazuichi,
Sorry.
Chiaki.
Turn your phone down.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
I would like to reiterate, guys, I do believe the one who is guilty, and I always like to say this because I might be right, and if I am right, I get very happy, because after all, I am the ultimate intuition. I really do believe that it might be Kazuichi Soda, between him or possibly Gundam. I feel like it wouldn't be Fuyuhiko because he just got out of, you know, he just got out of trouble. I don't think it's him, but he would be my third suspect. Again, Nekomaru's not here, so I just don't suspect him. There's no reason to, so. And I really don't believe that Nagito's gonna kill anyone, even though I really shouldn't put it past him. Unless we're looking at some sort of weird freaking murder trial, and it was actually like Hyoko's fault, like it was their fault that each of them got killed. I don't know, that would be the weirdest crap ever, but again, top suspect is Kazuichi. Let's see if I'm right about that.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
Yeah, because he set up the monitors, and he knows how they work. There might be some hidden features.
Someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a step.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Hi, you just gotta look at me for a second.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late.
Okay, so obviously we know what
I should
happened.
tell the others right away. So I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
Ooh, she was with everyone too, huh?
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally,
Please don't be Mikan.
I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
In various ways.
Various ways?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I
He's
heard from those
blushing.
two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's.
Yes, I remember it very clearly. It's so weird because someone was in there, then they just joined in. It's so weird.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
I mean, we can't rule out too that it is possible for Monokuma to interfere with the trial. He's done it before in the first game, so you know maybe he could have done it this time too.
That's when we heard the
That's
body
boring.
discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row. When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true? Sorry.
Aw,
I'm only being
come
impartial
on.
right now.
Waste of time. You're a
Or
waste
I
of
just
space,
heard
Nagito.
was clearly suspicious.
I'm not
If
suspicious.
you're the only one who saw the video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now.
Shut your mouth, dude.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Yeah.
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
I'm starting to hate you more and more,
You doubt
honestly.
me? If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
He's just so annoying right now. It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us no matter what. It makes matters worse. Dang it, I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. It's not like I could have done that. Alright, what do you want me to say, game?
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Hajime's
I didn't mean to do that.
testimony is a lie. And the fact that Ibuki hurt herself.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
I'm not the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
No, I can't be the killer because I have a movie thicket. I have a movie thicket. Haha!
that's wrong.
I never saw the movie. He's an idiot. He knew that I was gonna say this. Just wasting everyone's
I'm not the
time.
killer. I mean,
God.
there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
So everyone get out your tickets.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec.
He's actually making sense
You're
saying
the one
it.
who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Yeah, make everyone else. Does everyone else have it?
Good warm up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well,
See, Chiaki, you
I
know.
knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed.
If Ibuki committed, then who killed Hiyoko?
No, I don't think so. That's obviously Ibuki didn't do it because the person who was in the first part of the video didn't have hair on their shoulders, you know?
Murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a
No.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Wait, so Monokuma said that there wasn't two murderers, right? I don't remember. Now I don't remember.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, it
So
was
they
so
killed
fast.
Yoko and taped her up within 10 minutes?
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
Yeah, then everyone showed up.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Kazuichi. I don't think Sonia would have done it. I could be wrong, but I really am thinking Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
True.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Yeah, of course Nekomaru doesn't, but... What?
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Wait, is he talking through him?
Stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
Got a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
I mean, as much as I don't like Nagito, he has a good point. The killer was inside the music video. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't know. I gotta say, I'm so confused in this trial. Something about the scrap of thick paper, right? Oh, and the
killer
glob.
is
I don't
still
know.
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
They did.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
The drumstick.
That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Yes.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Uh-huh.
By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
You watch too much TV, Sonia. Ooh, she just incriminated herself. That person's remark contradicts the truth. Okay, so we have to grab what someone else said. All right, so apparently the answer is semi-transparent glob from the inside. I don't know how that relates at all, because I don't know what that is used for.
Wait a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside?
Yeah, because they never explained what it was. Is it glue? I don't know.
Semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
But there was clearly a drumstick, too. Unless that was used as a weapon. It was rubber or glue. I don't know.
I see.
Oh, I guessed. That's what I assumed it was in the beginning, but I didn't think that that was what was used.
Must have been glue.
Okay.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness.
That's right, she ended up
I could
eating
smell
it.
workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
You're not supposed to eat it, but some kids try to eat paste and stuff.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, it must have sealed the venue
Don't
door
eat
from
glue.
the outside.
Ever.
And
Even if it
thanks to
says it's
that,
edible, don't.
A glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I wasn't sure about
If
that.
you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Really?
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
I didn't think that. Oh, this is obviously a ruse. I just thought that they were trying to use it to barricade the door.
But it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
I did too, dude.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Yeah, don't.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Thanks, Monami.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
And they also
That's
taped
so
her
much
up
to
after
do.
killing her, right?
Yeah.
Even quick work has limits.
Aww, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
I mean, yeah, so I think I said that last episode too, that it's possible that Hiyoko had already been killed, but she just wasn't there yet.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too.
Oh, is that what the black tape was for? Yeah, maybe they. Oh, okay. So they got one of the curtains or whatever, or the tape, and they taped it so we couldn't see Hiyoko. That seems to make sense. All right, that's probably what happened. I'm going for that.
Here, I have proof.
Yeah.
That scrap of paper.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Oh, don't play me. Ah, you're gonna make me play Hangman. I don't know the name of it. Bam. That's so many R's.
I got it.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes, that's what they did. They covered
In the music venue
Hiyoko.
storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
But why would they do that?
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
Maybe just to buy them some more time. They're like, crap, I don't know what to do. So in a rush, they got the wallpaper and they covered that whole part, and they were taping her up at at that time. I don't know.
Right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting, tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
Ah, you're a detective,
So
Nagito.
the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer
Say
that.
it.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Yeah, it's gotta be. They just covered Hyoko's body. It was a snowboard? Snowboard? Yeah, I like this one. This one's sick. I love this game. Ooh, all right. Ooh, we got some new stuff here. All right, question one. Why did Hyoko's body, it was hidden. It was hidden. I'm sticking to my guns on this one, and I was right, baby. All right, question two. What did the killer's hide of body? Wallpaper. Ooh, it could have been the curtain too, though. The curtain has something to do with it as well. I know last episode Chiaki pointed it out. Question three. How did the killer hide her body within the wallpaper? They formed a wall. They covered the pillar. I don't know. They could be either one. Oh, no! Okay, so they formed a wall. Or they covered the pillar. I mean, either one could have worked, but I guess that makes more sense. I didn't even notice that when I first saw it, though. All right.
coming together.
It's so extra just to ask some questions. It's like, right?
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Wow. I'm actually like glad I came up with that.
Time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body,
Holy crap.
Hyoko's body was already there.
She's been there the entire game.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect
That makes sense
circle
why it
around
was
the
like
pillar.
ripped, yeah.
So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then the reason the wallpaper wallpaper was covered in so many stickers just to make it look like that killer.
I would have never figured that out.
Body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper, and because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the killer is very cold and risky.
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once.
We know what it is.
Kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece?
It's about her too.
The Wizard
How could she not see it?
2.5.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Who eats moss
I
balls?
don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at
No,
them.
you eat moss balls.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Oh, wow.
Ibuki's death by matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Yeah, why did they
Based on
have to
what
do
we
it?
know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in the movie, I should be able to explain that now. Because they like movies. If that's the case, then it's Sonya. But to mix up the killing order? Because they like movies. Right, the Wizard of Monami 2.5D is like the Citizen Kuma of films. That's obviously not it. Dang it, I thought that was it. To mix up the killing order.
I see.
That seems like the next logical thing. I thought I was onto something,
The reason the killer
alright?
imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid
Probably,
line
and
of
most likely.
reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they didn't say
If
that.
you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Nobody even said anything, dude.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Someone's acting weird.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
He's so weird.
Look, Ibuki died because she hurt herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
How does she know that?
A low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Ooh, what?
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Oh yeah, blood on the souls. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I forgot about that.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yeah.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were up, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Yes.
Just as Sonya said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries. Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
So yeah, like I said, she could have been the one to kill her, but then someone killed her. So I don't know. That's what confuses me. I think it's very confusing.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. and she died almost instantly, right?
Either that or like when Hiyoko died, you know, Ibuki noticed and then the person killed her too. And then tried to, you know, frame her.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded, which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Yes, I think we can determine that.
Don't underestimate the
Ah,
power
no
of the
objection.
evil
No,
eye.
I can't deal with objections.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed
He's
in
like-
Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb. Hajime
You know who he
Sensei.
reminds me of? He reminds me of Rolf from freaking Ed, Edd n Eddy. He talks exactly like that. Rolf's eyes fool the brain of Rolf. Tell me right now, this is something that Kazuichi would say. Do you dare mock the son of a shepherd? He's basically the Rolf of Danganronpa. If you've never watched Ed, Edd n Eddy, you're really missing out. It's such a good show.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good one.
He's like, what, you don't know?
What? Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
All right, he's gonna have to go all out just this once. Okay.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
He watched too much anime when he was little. All right. Here we go. Smudge on the floor. I bet you that's it.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Yes, there was, you
Allow
idiot.
me to cut through those words.
That was easy.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away after.
But what did they wipe it with?
Don't say such foolish
Don't
things.
say the truth.
You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do.
Took a picture with my cell phone that I don't have.
If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time. Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Why was their goal to make it believe that Ibuki was the first one to be murdered? Is it because possibly they actually died the night before? Then, if that's the case, then that totally changes the list of suspects.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
This actually makes me believe now even more so that it's actually Kazuichi. The Kazuichi did it. Because he knows how they work, and he left out conveniently that there's probably like a recording function, and when we thought we were seeing live streams basically of what was happening, they were never live streams. They were just pre-recorded, I bet. Or at least that message, the thing that we saw was pre-recorded to make us believe that it was happening at that exact time. But obviously it was staged because the hair did not match up. It wasn't Ibuki in the video. I got this. Oh my god, I got it.
Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
It's Kazuichi all the way.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
Yeah, the heater thing is weird. I don't know.
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Yeah, I believe that.
It is wiser to retreat for
Yeah,
now.
should've.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by
Ooh,
Monokuma
what is it,
first.
Nagito? What is it?
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed... what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. It means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
No, poor Monami.
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed
No, none of that happened.
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders. After Hajime saw the body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Stupid.
She waited until Hajime left. That's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen her
Okay.
body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means...
Means you're dumb.
There's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my
Come on,
mind.
please waste more of our time. I would love that.
Ibuki didn't commit And just what was that video Hajime saw?
Yeah, thank you for telling me about the
According to
video.
that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Look, all I can show guys is the neck. Just look at the neck and you notice that there's no hair. And when we saw Ibuki, she clearly had hair. And obviously that's why they had the bag there. They wanted to hide the fact that it wasn't actually, because other than that, there's no reason to hide the face. Other than they wanted to just prove, or they wanted to like somehow throw us off. They wanted to hide the fact that it wasn't Ibuki here. And the hands look like a guy's hands.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps. They used
Oh,
hypnotism
they
or
did
something?
it, guys. Come on. I already know.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious.
So we just gotta wait for them to get to it. When are they gonna figure it out?
So maybe we should
2 steps
figure
ahead
out
of the game.
who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
So we think.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function.
Ooh,
right?
this is the key. This is the key right here. All right, this is where Kazuichi's gonna say no.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording.
You're lying. He's a liar. He's lying. Ooh,
Then the video Hajime saw was actually right?
I don't believe
What
it.
time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement, and I saw the body at the music unit a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki
Yeah,
hit
so we-
himself right before Monokuma's announcement.
So they never actually saw, like, no one was around to like be found at all.
And since we established
Very
that
convenient.
Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
All right, we'll play your little games, but I'm certain there was a recording feature on there. All right, I want to hear
We can
Kazuichi.
exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about
Yeah.
you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Alibi. Right before the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone. Ah, okay, so it's her. All right.
But if nobody has an alibi,
No, that's
You're wrong. She was with me. And my antenna.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
Yeah, that's right. We were
you two have alibis?
sleeping.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Nikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Whoa!
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Hey, you're guilty. Shut up. No joking. You're guilty.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Oh, right. I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but okay.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Yeah, Kazuichi created the rules too to say like, oh, this is when we do it. Or wait, did he? Or was that actually... Did we make up those rules, or was it for Yuhiko? Now I don't remember who made the rules, but I know who made the freaking thing.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the
I think the movie... I don't see what the movie thing has to do with any of it. Really.
Was that
Why would
the
they...
only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
I think they wanted to lead us to believe that Ibuki was the one who did it. Are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Oh, have we reached the halfway point? Yes, we have. All right, recess. Recess time. Go get a drink. Go, you know, get what you gotta do. Use the bathroom. You can't pause the video. It's just, well, we can't do that. Why, hello there, Monami. The moss balls sure look tasty today. Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What? What's that? Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now. Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities headed your way. Then I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami, an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. I don't know what they're talking about either. Yay! Are you back? Are you back now?
Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
These parts always make me laugh.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
You literally do nothing, Monami! She means good, I think. I think she does. The reason the killer did an imitation murder, yeah, so why?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Shut your mouth.
Man, this again.
If that's the case,
You're so
it would
dramatic.
have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
True.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
You know, I agree with you.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
It is weird. It's like almost they wanted to, but they just... Did they know about the rule?
3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though though we're calling it an imitation,
Yeah, it was arrows.
the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
So was the drumstick? Drumstick,
But
maybe?
Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
I don't know.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate.
Are you saying that because you did it?
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude
No.
is what makes this feel incomplete.
No, I still think it's what's his face.
If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
Ooh, it was a variable, like a random variable. What do you call that? No one could have suspected it. She probably like interfered somehow. Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
She must have got a note or something.
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Maybe it's possible that Ibuki invited her to the music venue to maybe play her another song? I don't know. I know that she played that song for her and she really liked it and all. Something like that. All we know is that Sonia is somehow related because she did talk to her beforehand. All right. Gotta use my investigation skills once again. Blood on the Soul's Motoki room. Oh my god. Music venue curtain. AC temperature. Oh, I don't know. We gotta hear him talk.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
I'm thinking that's a possibility.
Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
I think that.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Causality. Okay, so I think that maybe it's the motel room key that we have to use.
Maybe she got
She had it
abducted by
on
the
her, so
killer.
that's why she did it by
No,
free will.
Maybe she went of her own free will.
Yes!
I agree with that.
Ooh, I used facts and logic to solve that mystery.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free
Yeah, she
will.
did have the key on her.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
Oh yeah, and didn't Sonia like encourage her to go or something?
I don't think
It's hard to
a person
remember.
like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted.
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Ah, come on, Wakane. Come on, I like you, Wakane. Don't make this
Are
more
you
confusing.
saying my gut was wrong?
Yes.
This will be my first and last highlight of the day.
She had
Why won't you just let me shine
she just had
already?
she has an empty stomach, you know?
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy
Alright,
talk.
let's look at
I'll
the game's
shut
just
you up
wasting our
right
time.
now.
Sonia's account, that's it. That's it.
Hyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer
She
forced her way
wasn't.
into Hyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-like. And that's why the killer targeted
I mean,
her.
she has a good point though. I'm out of cuts. Whoopsie.
Can't back down!
Ooh, no. Success! I guess I did good. I thought I failed.
Hyoko's
Alright.
room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
What do you have to say about that, huh,
Who
Connie?
was the one who locked the door? So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I have proof.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on! Try remembering Hyoko's body.
Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh crap, no. What do I have to say about that?
Hold on! Try remembering Hyoko's body.
Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh
There's
no.
only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
No, she didn't.
Allow me to cut
Oh,
through
okay.
those
I don't know how I got here, but I knew what I was doing.
The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room.
You know that.
That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue. And I
Oh
suggested
yeah,
that
that's
she
it.
use
Okay. All right, it's coming back.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
So yeah, they were too busy killing Ibuki over there, and then crap, she showed up, and then see, I don't think Fuyuhiko would have killed Ibuki after she did something so nice, you know?
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
You're gonna be dead, man.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't
True.
go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Woo!
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion.
Oh,
sense.
okay, all right. Well, here's the roast.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Oh, okay.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Yeah.
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the
Ooh.
killer couldn't predict it, why did Hyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is,
Yeah,
it was an unfortunate coincidence.
I agree. I agree with that.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she probably
Poor
just
girl.
unlucky and walked in on the
I mean, I hate her,
crime
but yeah, poor girl.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
Yeah.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation,
Ooh.
Killed Hyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. So do you have any ideas?
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
Well, the plan. Okay, for sure, I know the plan. It was the surveillance camera.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like
Yes,
me.
yes.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit.
Obviously.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
You are awkward, dude.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
Strange. It's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
I see, it's not something we finished talking about. those footprints, they're still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I've come to a second conclusion. My first suspect is still Kazuichi, but my second suspect has now changed. And I really hate to say this, but now I remember what happened last episode. I think the second person, it's Akane. It's Akane. She said, oh, it's Akane. Oh, no, never mind. I'm moving her to first suspect. Oh, she did it. I think she did it now. She got blood on her own slippers. She had slippers, obviously, right? She had slippers on. She had the whole outfit on, I bet. But she got blood on it. And she gave it, I think transferred it to Ibuki or something. She already mentioned that she didn't have her gown anymore. But that was weird. Why does she not have her gown anymore? Because she got rid of it because there was blood on it, maybe. You know, one way or another. I'm not completely 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure, oh, it's probably Akane. It's really a tie now because the whole surveillance camera thing is what really gets me. I don't know, maybe there was blood on this. Maybe we can present that. Oh, wow. I thought that was weird. Why was it on there?
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang himself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Yes, there was.
Such a small detail.
What are you talking about? Nagito Komoeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate. I know, it's like me hating him blinds me to realize he actually is smart.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing?
Yeah, she did not though.
Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny about that video.
Ah, you finally figured it out, Chiaki.
So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought. All right, just let me say it. Let me say it.
Hajime, I leave it as long as I leave this to you. I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Why wouldn't you tell me to do my best?
I'll definitely try.
All right, hair. I gotta say hair. All right, so I couldn't show it, but it wanted me to put.
Right, I remember now.
Okay, so yeah.
Definitely something strange about that video.
It wasn't the hair though. They wanted me to point it at. They wanted me to point at the stool.
Can you explain
the
it
step
to us?
stool.
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video.
Okay.
It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
True. Oh, so that means Ibuki.
The stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene.
Maybe Ibuki died first.
The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Oh wait, no, we already determined that.
There's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
What?
Where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
You're saying it was a live stream after all? It wasn't pre-recorded?
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
How dare you say that?
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between the video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing, the place where the killer did something. Oh. I don't know. It's filming location. Oh. Microsoft's here once again, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi. The filming location was different? Oh my god. Oh, okay. It's Akane. It's Akane. 1,000,000% it's Akane. I'm so mad, actually. I'm very sad about that. It's Akane. Akane was at the hospital, and so was Ibuki. They filmed it all at the hospital, and they cleaned it up at the hospital. Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming.
What do you mean?
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
Yes, even freaking Chiaki turned off the lights and it was like all dark because they turned off the lights. How they turn off the lights? I don't know how they did that, but they did. All right, what did they do to the surveillance camera? Okay, we're playing SSX Tricky again. All right, question 1. Which part of the surveillance camera did the killer tamper with? Camera, both, the monitor, both. Both? Oh, God. I'm gonna say both. They tampered with both of them. And I would be wrong. Okay, so they tampered with the camera. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or at the hospital? The hospital. It's gotta be the hospital. But maybe it did oh my God, I'm so dumb, apparently. I guess it was the music venue. I don't know exactly how they did it. I just know it's probably Akane. What did the killer do with the camera from the music video surveillance unit? They took it with them, increased the signal. Ooh, they could have increased the signal, but why would they do that? Why would they do that? Took it with them? They probably took it with them. That's the right answer. I'm just doing these dumb answers for no reason. I should have known. That's it. See, I didn't feel good about that answer. All right, I got it. I feel so dumb when I lose these easy things, but
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused
yeah.
on the camera.
Yeah, who would be?
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Smashed it? Because it looked like it.
I see!
Yeah, I was right.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
That is
My
true.
attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. The only possibility is that place inside that building, the hospital. Ah, Hangman again. All right, that took long enough, but crap.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
Oh, but they don't if you disguise
That's
it.
exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
I mean, that's a pretty crazy plan. Like, who thinks of that? All right, so the curtain. The curtain is obviously it. And they also could have used some of that paper, too.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Conference room looked like the music
Or
venue.
did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe you. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Stupid? Why would you call me stupid?
Like the conference.
That must be it.
Okay. That's that one.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
I did not notice the curtain change, though.
Well, your face looks stupid!
You get
The
him.
curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So
Who
the killer
remembers
chose
that?
the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Yeah, what is this? What is this?
I can prove it with this.
It was the candle? I was just picking all of them, honestly.
Right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting.
That's
So there's no reason
right.
to
That
even
is
use
weird.
candlelight.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
What an elaborate plan.
Candlelight,
Holy
you
crap.
can't see things in that much detail. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Yeah, we got
If
that.
I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of the crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
If Ibuki's video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
Yeah, it's also weird. They obviously wanted us to go to the music venue to discover that. That is a bit weird. Which means that there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been the Hiyoko at the motel, the Ibuki in the conference room. Obviously the Ibuki in the conference room. That's obvious. Okay.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki.
Yeah, we know that. We know that already.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
Yes.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. No matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And then the one who set the trap for
But
me
why
was...
did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right, I should already know. It's someone who was at the hospital. I should have already known who the killer is. The only people that were at the hospital was freaking Mikan. Oh no, don't tell me it was her. Mikan, Nagito. She made a weird comment. I have to pick her. I think it's her. No! Wait, no, 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 it was, who else was there? Where's Nekomaru? Oh no, it's like he knows. He's like, no, no, I refuse to believe it. No, it was you. Aren't you the killer? I couldn't have committed the crime because I had the despair disease. But I don't mind. If that's what the symbol of hope chose, I'll accept it with all my heart and soul. And then vote for me. No, it's not Nagito. I should have already known that. I can't believe it. No, not waifu! Why would you do this? I'm so mad. Oh no.
You're
the only one.
Oh, God.
Nikon, you're the killer, aren't you?
Oh. Why is it everyone that I pick? Why are they gonna kill the waifus? Wait, just because we're picking her doesn't necessarily mean it's... No, it is. It has to be, or else we'll all die. Oh, God, I turned up my headphones too loud. Oh, God. Is it really? Please tell me we're all wrong, we'll die.
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh?
She's so sweet.
I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her is the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact,
Oh.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi?
She did.
Was that the killer's goal?
She did come to our house right in the morning after she killed. Oh
Now that you
no.
mention it, you guys brought that up early. Only Hajime and Nikon have an alibi.
Yeah.
It's just a coincidence!
But it's because they determined the time of day and it changed
You're
it.
the only one who could have filmed
I thought
that
for sure it was
video in the hospital
Akane.
conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then if you insist, I will use the on-call room upstairs. Oh my God, everything was there. It was all
That
there.
time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room.
Oh, well, yeah, whatever. I don't know the difference between those
That's
rooms.
when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming.
So she took Akane's hospital
By
gown?
doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to herself at the music video. And showed that to me.
No.
Furthermore,
I'm so
I saw that
mad.
video at the hospital lobby.
It's like this game kills everyone that I like.
If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to...
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
Yeah, but I thought that maybe Akane was faking it or
So
something.
that must mean
Okay, well, I mean, we gotta look at the bright side. At least we still have Akane. Even though I just accused her. The evidence was there, but I didn't see this coming.
Please, wait a second! What are you saying?
She sounds so innocent. She's not even giving up.
That's impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
hey, you sure this chick is really
I
the
hope it's
killer?
not. I hope it's Kazuichi and I was wrong about both.
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all
Yeah, we didn't
together.
vote yet. That was just,
I
we
mean,
were just picking.
Nikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Okay, alright, dude.
Slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long
Yeah, she's
time.
not even giving in. So maybe we still have hope, guys.
In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
Aww.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me?
I don't! I don't! The game's making me pick it!
Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. That cry, though. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it'd be much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with,
Can you hold on a minute?
please save me, Nagito. Please.
Well, I know I'm being intrusive
I
and
kinda
all.
hate you still,
And I
though.
mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with a suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What, the hospital gowns?
Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial, but I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
Yes,
You
please.
better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Yeah, it is.
Please don't say such controversial statement. Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang, that's a huge deal!
A decisive clue.
It's gotta be the gown.
Something like that really exists?
Let's take a look, shall we?
Wait, no! No! Wait! It can't be her, because if it was her hair would have stuck out of the bag. So it probably is Akane then.
Regarding the rope Ibuki, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right?
Oh, the rope is
There weren't
okay.
any ropes inside the music van.
So the rope is supplied by the supermarket.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I
Ugh.
want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang himself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength,
Oh, wow.
and strangled her.
So she just got strangled? That's it? Well, that's a lot different, isn't it?
The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Yeah, piece of
What
crap.
exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
This rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too, just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue. Is that really true? I don't understand.
Ibuki didn't die from she was strangled to death.
Uh-huh.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified or strike.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Yeah, it just said choking. That's all it said. Oh.
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must be it.
Okay, so that's what I had to do. Obviously, we knew that. They lied.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time. You said Ibuki herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Miko?
So it was all a lie. She never did it. So I should have never been demonetized. It didn't happen. It made me so mad, man. Because, like, it's stupid.
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't
Oh
you?
no, so it is her! No!
You should have been able to tell the difference between and strangling just by looking. You, Miko, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between and strangulation.
Really though?
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right.
Yeah. She's not.
I'm such
She's.
a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
She sounds very nervous though.
Nikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed
That
Nikon because
does make
she was
sense
nursing
too.
her.
So Nikon volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Nikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime.
Forgive her.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
Oh, brother, here we go
Freaking
again.
If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up.
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way. I'm capable
She keeps saying that.
of killing
Is there like a backstory?
someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff.
Yeah, I don't get it
I
either.
don't really get it.
If you
Well, I
want to
sorta do.
believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief
Yeah.
without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
No, my God, I thought you were like just a little bit innocent.
You're all just a bunch of bullies, huh?
Oh, what the heck?
Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Oh, wow. I didn't.
Hey, Nikon.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair.
When people start talking like that usually means they're the killer.
Why won't you forgive me? You'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? This is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends, but still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey,
Chucky.
Nikon, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Can you prove it?
Yeah, she's the only person that could have done it because she was supposed to be watching over Akane, right?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm The one who fabricated that video?
Dude, the voice change!
That's right! Show me your proof! Because
Her eyes are...
knowing the video was filmed at the conference room, treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital.
That is precisely why.
That's totally crazy! I am committing wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please,
Oh god.
forget me already!
Is this broad really okay?
She
She's
is.
emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video! It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
How?
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Could it be this was Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video.
You get to decide I'm the killer. Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
I don't know.
Who could have
The AC
filmed that
temperature?
video?
Do you have any proof?
Is this really Mikan?
Is the
Yeah.
handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
She's so
What
weird.
hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Oh, it just makes her sound scary.
Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! Please forgive me already!
Are you crazy or are you
Hajime,
crying?
Pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
The hair! I know it's the hair. That's weird, isn't it?
Just from that camera angle.
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Okay. Alright. You do that, dude.
Nikon, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Oh. Oh.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video.
Oh.
The
Okay.
more desperately you argue,
That does make
the
sense.
deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you? Are you serious?
I'm still sad.
Is this true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki? Forgive me! Huh?
Heck is wrong with this girl?
I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
Dude, she sounds like the girl, freaking the girl off of Sod. I can't remember her name right now.
That's not it.
I mean, it's impossible. You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
So she bought it?
Don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. don't you think?
No, because Monokuma clearly stated that you get 2.
That's why that video isn't fabricated. And I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
I can't. I want to, but I can't. I just want to ignore the truth.
Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third panic talk action. All right, so we just have to reload now. Okay.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not gonna get anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Why you gotta do this to me? I don't wanna do this. Alright, more Guitar Hero. I'm gonna beat you, I'm sorry!
There's only one bag.
Bonus.
It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Bonus prize theater. The theater bonus prize. Ah! They're breaking words up into syllables now. That's not even fair. Theater bonus prize.
This is the end.
I gotta put her down. It's like Old Yeller. No. No, I don't want to put her down. I have to. I don't want to do this to you, Mikan, but I have to. No. I know, Monokuma. You don't have to say it.
Another one as a bonus prize, which means it's not impossible to use that bag in 2 separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
Because you killed them. Why'd you do it?
Desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Oh gosh, she's crazy.
It's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
My heart. Alright, well, let's go through this.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Alright, I just skipped that part because we're gonna go through it anyway.
Surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikan this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
Can't show this.
A person wearing a hospital gown.
Blame YouTube. They
right at that moment.
It's too much. Too much. Even though it didn't even happen.
That surveillance camera
too much.
Was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music video. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music video. So I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. That video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so,
they're like,
they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by them.
I should have known.
The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake.
Oh no, I can't show
went to the
this.
music venue and found the body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside, and as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Kyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside.
That's crazy, man. Like, who thinks of this?
The surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, The reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it.
It's such a big brain plan. Like, she's really smart. If
They made
anything.
us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
They're like, I can't believe this actually works. This is too stupid.
Isn't that right, Mikon? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
No, please. I just hope it's like, no, it's not actually. It was Monokuma. This game hates me. This whole series hates me, kills my waifus. Except for Aoi, wherever you are. I said at the beginning that she might have been freaking crazy.
Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time.
I didn't think it was true though.
This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair.
Mikon, you... What has happened to you?
Why is she saying despair?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Don't you interrupt? I probably did bad during this trial. I'll B. B for bad.
It seems your arguments have reached the conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time.
All right.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Okay, well, we already know. We don't have to vote. Well, I guess it'll do it for us, huh? Just gotta watch it happen, I guess. Wow, that was a long one. No, though it may be obvious at this point, you got it right. Once again, that's 3 in a row. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying Blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikami. Or Mikan, what the heck did I just say? You gotta be crapping me, man. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them? Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the very start while you were nursing them? Don't you just laugh? Oh, I did kind of think you did it. Well, for good reason, sorta.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental. There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan that we knew. Huh?
Hey.
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. The despair disease.
What?
You think really? That's why? I know because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Hajime, has something crossed your mind? My body's heavy. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I could never forget it. That's right, Mikan really felt hot at the time, huh? A high fever just like... Oh, so that's why she did it? So because of that disease...
Perhaps...
The symptoms that were surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease, losing all hope and harboring despair all along. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason she could still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means that Mikan standing before us no longer is the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person. Oh.
Isn't that right?
So are we gonna get it? She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. So does that mean Buki had it too? Because she kind of acted really weird, right? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for hope.
Possible.
What does it matter?
Oh?
For the sake of despair? So that's why she's actually so weird. That's completely wrong. Wrong, what's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh?
It couldn't have been for me. I'm still here.
Huh?
What are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted it. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
What? I understand that I've done something unforgivable, but you know, to transcend all of this is truly what love is all about. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't either. You don't understand. Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that veil, and I'm just looking through it. That's why, as long as I'm in the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who is it? Who is it? I want to tell me them now. Who is the person? Is this really the despair disease? It seems that I was wrong. Not only is she affected by despair, you were half right. It's to say that this is all thanks to that disease, because thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Oh, so she got her memories back. Apparently, that's why my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease. But, so she remembers something. Are you saying that we were like this from the start? Or you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, I called it. I called that crowd too. The reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of my human relationship. So who is it? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That's the key difference between all of you and my beloved. Yeah, who are you talking about? Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person that's right here is the real Mikan. Oh, you still doubt me? Then to prove I remember, I'll tell you something nice. It's about World Ender, or- Oh, yeah, spit it out. Please tell me.
Are you serious?
You know? No, I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along, how that horrifying organization known as World Ender is about the organization known as Future Foundation. Future Foundation? That's right, yeah, it says Mirai. It was the Japanese word for future. Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, their organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're pretending to claim the world themselves. The world for themselves. What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know. As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monami? Huh? I knew it. Monami and Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monami and I aren't members. I am Monokuma. My existence is entirely my own. Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding not the trailer. Of course I know that. Don't kill her before she says it. Let's see, the Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you is... Oh, well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not.
Oh, no, we do care. You'll find out eventually, so there's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that? I don't know anything. I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about what you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about that or anything. Mikan, is that really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person I've been spending time with? Who's the person that slept in my bed? The past. Past. That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend?
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. Well, that applies to you as well. Excuse me, guys. I had to take a break. A whole day break, actually, but here I am. You suckers are long, man. All right, so I don't know if I read this, but I'm gonna read it again. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is, losing memories are like losing your personal identity. Yeah, so she confirmed what I suspected, that it's possible for someone to have the despair disease before before everything even started, memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story. The story about our stolen school lives.
hey!
So it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace? Oh, Monokuma! Is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Why is she talking like that? Like, you're not usually happy about that. Dang it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. Why? My waifus! This is too much.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
I don't freaking like this, guys. I don't
So
like
it's
this.
over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
So is he dead? Who's the love? She never said.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I'm not happy about this. But I'll watch. I'm just not happy about it. I'm gonna cry some gamer tears. Okay, God. How's she gonna die? Is it gonna be like a giant syringe comes in and just impales her? Oh, it's Nurse Monica. Oh, I was right! Bye-bye ouchies. I just guessed. Okay. Alright, you know, yeah, he's a little more creative than that. What the heck is that? Bro, what's happening right now? What the heck? Oh, this is so wacky, man. I'm so sad about this. Monokuma. He just launched her into space. Okay, that was fast. Pretty fast for an elimination like that. It's finished. Is it really finished? I mean, I don't know if she's actually dead. Sage exploded, you know? The killer who killed Ibuki, Miyoda, and Hyoko Saonji was Mikan, and she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. That's some unfair crap. So she wouldn't have done that if she wasn't... So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form, or is it that itself a symptom of the despair disease? It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, then all along Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But...
Even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope. Dude, you were all about despair when you had the disease. What are you talking about? So let's just move on. Come on, let's all take this despair and change it into hope.
Wait!
That's impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so... Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice towards us. And now there's no way we can move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad, that's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. It's proof. See how fine Monami looks right now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation. Ooh, so is it possible that this traitor is actually against Monokuma? So you guys are like two hearts beating as one. So the Future Foundation, maybe that's the good team? I feel like maybe since, you know, everyone escaped from the first game, they may have started their own foundation. I feel like Byakuya was probably part of it, but they're saying, I don't know. That's just what I think. What does that make you, fiend? You did not say that you're different than Monami. Who cares about who I am? More important, I'm tired. The drama just keeps going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Your right eye is made out of black beans? Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say? You know, isn't it sad that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So in order to help you guys feel better, I've prepared a special event. Special event? Head over to the first island's beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Oh, it's gotta be Nekomaru.
Huh?
Could it be Nekomaru?
Hey!
Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all. Safe. How should I say this? Oh, I knew it. I knew that crazy bleh, Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. We're starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope. I'm happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but
just as I
three of our
thought.
friends just died, so I honestly can't be happy. Miss Sonia.
However,
Even so, I'm still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I'm truly happy. If you're happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they lived. Still lived. Hey, Supreme Overlord of who gives a crap? That line doesn't suit you at all. Silence, I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki Hyoko Mikan, can you hear us? If you're unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but obviously, yeah, it's hard to be happy about something. Then let's all greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand even for those who have died. Aw. What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all, Akane. Alrighty then, let's go. Well, guys, boys and girls, we're gonna have to simp for Akane. That's the only choice we have. I mean, I don't care about Sonia, you know? I got nothing against her. She's just not my type, you know? I guess Chiaki would be second, but I don't know. It's like obvious, like Chiaki's a gamer, right? But I don't know. Nekomaru's coming back when we heard that. We were able to contain her. Okay, we go. We went. Man, they just ran off without listening to what I have to say. What do you mean?
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean? You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No
When is he
way.
not? I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finished talking. So if something happened because of that, I bear no responsibility. You did what to Nekomaru?
This?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped. Ooh, what the heck did he do? As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. I just ran and ran. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept running to the first island. The heck? Has that always been there? Is there a monkey up there? Where in the world is Nekomaru? Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself. We have come to pick you up. Please hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again, and so on and so forth. We kept looking. But
Hey,
what, man? He's nowhere to be found.
damn it.
Could it be? Did he get false info from Monokuma again, or did we? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo through the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
could it be?
That voice! With high hopes in our— oh, this isn't gonna be good. Then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo, I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much.
Who are you?
Huh?
Oh, dang, it's that bad?
What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
What? What does that mean?
Nekomaru, haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing.
My man's a robot! Oh my god!
Komaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
He's a robot! They turned him into Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist! He did a freaking soul transmutation! Holy crap, he's a robot now? That means he's invincible. How are you gonna kill him? You gonna cut some wires? I didn't expect that to happen. 14 days, oh, wait, 9 days left and 14 hours? I'm just confused, but okay. Chapter 3 is done. A lot, wow, 3 people. That's a lot. That's a lot. 9. To be continued. Ah, okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for sticking this far. I gotta say, I just really appreciate your guys' support. The fact that you watched this like a freaking movie. I love you guys. I'm so excited. Now there's a robot. How are they gonna kill him? That's, I think, what I want to know. Will Akane survive? Please! Danganronpa gods, please! Don't kill all the waifus. I need them. But either way, guys, smash like to see next episode. Remember, it's all up to you. If you guys smash 30K likes, I'll put out the next episode. So just remember, you know, I don't know why people are against liking so much. There's so many people and they don't like. I don't get it. But hey, it's all up to you guys. If you want to see it sooner, you be my guest. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you scrubs in the next episode of Danganronpa 2. Bye-bye.